Neighbours was a hit TV show back in the 80s, and now they have finally decided to cancel it. That's not fair, even though I was an extra on Home and Away. There I am. I loved watching Neighbours all through the 90s. It's an Aussie soap opera, a throwback to Sons and Daughters, A Country Practice, and Number 96. It takes place on Ramsay Street, a cul-de-sac in the fictional suburb of Erinsborough. Neighbours launched the careers of many famous people: Scott and Charlene, Harold Bishop, Todd Landers, Flick Scully, Toadfish Rebecca, Helen Daniels, and Blair from Big Brother. I'm sure these people have real names, but I only know their neighbours' names. Which brings us to why it was cancelled after only 37 years. I know all these people's names, but I don't know my current neighbours' names in real life. So the show, where neighbours become good friends, is a science fiction show now, or even a horror one, depending on your level of social anxiety. People hate their neighbours. But Neighbours the show is great, and it's been on since 1985, and will go off the air on the 1st of August, 2022. Quite an accomplishment. End of an era. I haven't been this sad since they cancelled Agro's Cartoon Connection. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go have a look at the YouTube clip entitled Neighbours, Jim Dies, Fiona Schemes, Julie Freaks, Helen Faints. The link's in the description. Cheers to Life in Analog for uploading. But in the 7-minute clip, Jim Robinson has a heart attack and only gets more and more hilarious after that. His girlfriend tries to get his money before informing anyone that he died. She goes to the bank. It's wonderful. You could drop it into an episode of Monty Python's Flying Circus seamlessly, but the show wasn't always for laughs. I used to wish I lived in the world of Neighbours. Wish I could have moved into Ramsay Street, go to Erinsborough High, get a girlfriend, fall in love, fall off a cliff and drown, come back with amnesia after 5 years, looking like a different person, play a friendly game of dangerous street cricket. You know, life. Neighbours made life seem not so real. And I think it was escapism for many viewers, including in Britain, where it is more popular than in Australia. It taught English people phrases like rack off, rightio, good on ya, little ripper, etc. But maybe now, as we look for the silver lining in disastrous events, like the cancellation of Neighbours from the telly, we'll get out and meet our real neighbours. Nah. When I was 15, wishing I was on Neighbours, I learnt to play the theme song. So let's dust off the piano and see if I remember how it goes. At least, if it's totally off, I won't get slapped with copyright infringement. Okay, sing along. This one's for you, Mrs. Mangal. Goodbye, Neighbours.
Monday.
Look, I'm new in town and by myself. I just want to meet people and get to know them.
There's got to be more to it than that.
Des is asking the questions.
Well, I suppose if Jim's in the States, that sort of makes me jolly on the spot, doesn't it?
Beverly's ex-lover returns to make his claim, and Mike sneaks a look at Jane's diary.
If ever there was someone who was right for me, this guy is it. His name is Scott Robinson.
Neighbours returns 7 o'clock Monday night on TVO.